Okay, we are live. Good evening, Team Magnet. Thank you so much for joining on time. I said, oh my God, I told my team, please join on time, and I'm gonna be the one that is gonna be late. But thank God I made it on time. So it's gonna be an exciting call because every time I have the power couple, I know it's gonna be a great call. So before we jump into the meaning of the call, I want to share our presentation first and making sure that we share some updates. So first, Adawi, I want you to please share our recognition for the week, the top producers of the week, and then we can continue. So thank you, Adawi.
Hello, good evening, everyone. This is always my favorite part, to recognize all your hard work. We have part of our Team Magnet weekly top producers. In the 1640 Club, Christina Fisher, congratulations, my dear. You're doing amazing. In the 700 Club, we have Laura Cordero. In the 400 Club, we have Tracy Prophet, Carolina Correa, and Mara Rosado, sorry. I am super proud of all of you and congratulations.
Awesome job, ladies. And I saw a couple of us that we're not a Success Club yet, but we know, right, that every single life counts and we're close to achieving Success Club. So I do want to give a shout out to Iris, Allison Shuttle, and Yadi Jacoboni, number 2. She's achieving Success Club. Okay, go Yadi. So my friends, I want to just share some updates. I hope everyone already purchased pumpkin spice. We are sharing some recipes, and I share on my wall who is pumpkin spice lover, and I had a lot of people commenting. So this is a great way to just share that we can provide them with pumpkin spice in a healthy way, right? Because we know that pumpkin spice, when you buy it in Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, is full of sugar, and we don't need that. So we have the solution. Pumpkin spice lovers, we can give them Shakeology. Also, reminders, the promo codes, okay? Just so you know, for everyone that purchases a challenge pack in the month of September of 160 and above, and also the completion pack of 130 and above, the customers will be able to receive a promo code for the new program, the 6 weeks of the Work VIP Early Access streaming for only $10. So let's take advantage of that, my friends. Whoever purchases a challenge pack in the month of September. And don't forget, I love the fact that Beachbody came out with this promo codes, because who doesn't like discounts? I love when people give me discounts. When they give me, oh, I have a $10 off coupon, $30 off coupon, and I just love to give this away. And whenever I'm speaking to a prospect, just to know that I can give away a coupon, it makes me feel good. So don't forget about the coupon codes, ladies, please. That's something that I really appreciate that Beachbody came out with this. I don't know if you saw the flyer that I made for everyone, because a lot of you always ask me, Yadi, the price, this and that. So I know I'm very visual. So this is just to simplify some of the challenge packs that we are, that I personally, sell. This is how I sell, and I'm adding collagen and the 3-day refresh in every single challenge pack that I sell. I don't sell a challenge pack without a refresh. That's, that I start every single person with a 3-day detox. That's how I call it. I don't call it a refresh. I said with a 3-day detox first, and then we jump into the challenge, and now I'm adding collagen. I'm a true believer of collagen, and this is the reason why it's so important, right? That we use the products. We use the products so we can believe in it, and we have conviction when we speak to our prospects. If I don't use collagen, trust me, I will never share about collagen. But since I now use collagen, I've been using collagen for the past 2 months since we came back from Summit. I'm a true believer, and I share all the time in my stories, and I'm, constantly sharing what we're doing, everything that we're doing. We have to be products of the products. So this is the challenge packs that I am focusing on, and I share with all of you the prices, when they join as a customer, and the prices when they join as a coach. So you have it as a visual printed out, so you can, it can be easy whenever you speak to a prospect, you tell them, this is what I have to offer. Okay. Also, when I am selling the MM100, since we, the containers are not part of the, the challenge pack, I add them because I'm the one that, I do the 21-day fix containers. That's the meal plan, the nutrition plan that I do, and I believe in it. It's not that I don't believe in the, the to-be mindset, but I have conviction and it has worked for me. So that's the one that, that's where my heart is. So I share a lot of other containers. I know I have a lot of us in our team that love the to-be mindset. You share what you believe, right? So, and that's how you sell. Because if you don't believe in something, trust me, the prospect will know that you are like shaky, like you don't know what to offer them. So you have to really believe what you're selling, and that's it. So I hope this flyer helps you. Print it out, have it, right next to you whenever you're speaking to a prospect. And with that, I am done with updates, and now we're jumping to the best part of the call, which is, my special guest. And I have to share, Carlos and Ivy Morales, more than my teammates, they are my friends. We have built such a beautiful friendship throughout the years. We've been in Beachbody, they've been in Beachbody since 2011. I joined in 2012. And since then, we have built such a solid friendship, true friendship, which is sometimes very hard to find. And I have so much admiration towards this couple. I have learned a lot from them, and I'm still learning, because you never stop learning, no matter how many years you are in this journey or whatever you do in life, you never stop learning. And I always say this, right? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. And this is what, Carlos has a way of teaching, and that's why we call him el profe, right? The teacher. He has such a way of teaching others, and that's his gift. And Ivy, many of you know Ivy. Ivy has such a beautiful conviction when she speaks, that when she speaks, everybody stays quiet. I am one of them. When Ivy Morales speaks, I just listen, because this woman is very powerful. When she speaks, I know she speaks from her heart. Nothing is rehearsed. She speaks from her heart. And I asked them both to be part of the call today. And I'm very grateful, guys. So thank you so much for accepting my invitation, and the floor is yours.
Well, good evening. Hi.
You want to start?
Quiero empezar tú. Well,
No,
like
this
in
is
English.
English.
Sorry, English.
Tonight we're gonna be practicing. Well, me, this right here.
You're practicing your English today. Well, thank you very much, Yari, for inviting us to this team. This is our family anyway. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
See a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, we're like cousins.
Yeah, we're like second cousins.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So, a little bit about us for those that don't know us. Yes, the Moraleses. We've been in Beachbody since 2011. We came in for different reasons. She came in because she was like fed up with how she felt in at home, and I came in because I had issues with health. The reason that we stayed is because we saw what happened after we did our programs, the initial programs. But to tell you a little bit deeper, we were dead broke, living paycheck to paycheck. Our relationship sucked. And most of the time that we found stuff to do, it was hanging out with friends and drinking. So we didn't really have anything to do together. So this actually helped us, intertwine a little more. We're originally from New York City. I used to be in the military. I used to be U.S. Navy veteran, retired already. So I did 21 years in the Navy and loved it. It was a good experience. And what about you? What you did before that?
Well, I used to work at a bank for 7 years before I found Beachbody, and then, like my husband said, we just started because I wanted to be I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to feel healthy, and I wanted to do things the right way. I did not join Beachbody or Challenge Group through a coach. Carlos had purchased P90X in 2007, and he was sitting in the closet. And one day, after moving to so many times, one time I was like, you know what? I haven't been able to start something and finish it because we had to move. And I don't want to use that as an excuse, but that was our reality. When you live a military life, you're never settled in one place. So you're emotionally like a roller coaster, and that was us.
Yeah.
So I always felt he served for 21 years, and out of the 21 years, we were married already, for 16 years.
16 together.
So those 16 years, I was like moving everywhere, 3 years here, 4 years there, 3 years over there. And it was very unstable, emotionally unstable. And then I just felt like I was never able to like finish something. And I felt defeated most of the time, depressed, anxious, quietly, because we are so good by not sharing how we feel to our husband.
She used to share, like she used to suffer quietly. All the time.
So you know what we do? We go eat. And at that time, we were hanging out with a lot of friends and drinking and partying, and that was our way out. Until one day in 2011, I made the decision to do something, and I knew that I had to start taking care of my health because I was having health issues. And I decided to take out P90X, and I took a picture and I posted on Facebook. I didn't know much about Facebook. That was like my beginning of Facebook. I didn't know anything about coaching. I just wanted to do the workout, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna commit, and the way to do it is to let the whole world know what I was doing.
Yeah, so she pretty much used Facebook as the accountability.
Right.
We didn't have groups or nothing like that. She just used Facebook as accountability.
Right.
So you had the people that were like cheering her on, and then you had the people like, that's too hard.
You're not gonna do it. It's hard. And that really challenged me. And I said, I am going to do it. I don't care what they say, but I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
And that really challenged me. So I just started like posting everything on Facebook, sharing. And I was acting like a coach. I didn't know what a coach was, but I even made an album on Facebook for my nutrition and my workout. And I just wanted to share with everybody. And I was like, you know what? We already have social media. I don't know much about social media, but I'm gonna use it for positivity, to uplift others instead of chisme and gossiping. I'm just gonna do it in a positive way.
One thing that she did do that helped a lot was that she did put her head down and just had tunnel vision towards what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, there was so many naysayers and so many hecklers and so many people that just like, no, those things is too hard and all that. Why are you going to do that? That she had to really put her head down and focus. And that's exactly what helped her get the results. Within 60 days, it was already showing.
Yeah.
And I got motivated right there.
Yeah. So he got motivated, and then he started doing Insanity. And then like we came together. There was something in common that we already
that we could do
together.
That we could do. Like it was helping us in our relationship.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and like I said, we were there, now we are better, and we're working towards great. Wow. So that's what we do right now. Like we constantly work on each other, and this has been the vehicle that has gotten us here.
Right. So then after finding out that there was a coaching business, I came to my husband and said, look, people are asking me, what I'm doing. Like, what are you doing? How you losing weight? Show me. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to help them? And then he told me, because he already knew about coaching, he had that experience. He loved network marketing business for a very long time. And I said to him, do not talk to me about network marketing business, because that is a pyramid scheme, and I don't believe in those businesses, because we tried to do it before with other companies. Did not work for us. We didn't make it work.
How's it working out now?
Excellent.
Okay.
Because I believe in that. I believed in myself. I believe in the product. I believe in the company.
And that was the missing piece. That was the missing piece. In previous experiences, it was all me.
Right.
Like I was all into it. Boom. The product, the opportunity, and everything. And she was like,
I was very skeptical. Don't like, talk to me about this type of
I don't
want
to bother my friends and family with that. No.
Yeah.
Thanks. No.
Yeah.
But in here, she was like, well, I'm the product.
Yeah.
I'm showing it. Like, I'm the walking billboard. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I can't help it but to help people. Yeah. And I was like, well, let's do this.
Right.
And we looked up a friend of hers in Facebook that she saw with a P90X shirt. She was doing P90X. We put 2 and 2 together and just said, okay, let's see if she has a profile on Beachbody. And we looked it up. Back then, they had like usernames. And we looked up her name. We signed up. She didn't know we were there. We went Emerald. We went Diamond. She didn't even know what was going on.
Jesus. So, we pray for that. Like, we pray for Ivy and Carlos just to look at our name, because we have a P90X or Insanity, and just say, let me just sign up under her. And look at that the madhouse that they have built, and she had no idea.
And that's why it's good to brand sometimes. When you're like working out to something, brand what you're doing, because some people may get motivated and do what you do too. And sometimes it's just telling your story, because she did read her posts and all that stuff and was like, you know what, let's connect with her.
Right.
But we connected with her after we made Emerald. We didn't even know.
Yeah, she didn't even remember me because we used to go to church together in New York, and she didn't even remember me.
She met her when she was like 14 in church or something. And I was her first coach. So if you're a coach and you're not an Emerald, first coach should be your spouse or significant other. And then her best friend, she was like, you doing this with me? Bam, give me your credit card. So we didn't even ask questions.
Right.
We just said, husband, best friend, Emerald. Bam.
Yeah,
and it was like within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
We did that. And then we decided to meet the team. Mm-hmm. And that's where we met Yadi and the team. Yeah. Once we, got acquainted with everyone and everything through events, Coach Summit, all of that stuff. And then we form a relationship with this team, amazing Team Magnet.
Yeah, Yadi's an amazing person, human being. She's been around long enough like us. We've been through ups and downs and crying. And we've been through so much, and we're still here. So you have an amazing leader, a woman that has a big heart and who believes in you, and who always gonna want the best for you, your family, your future. Because here's the thing, and we're gonna get into it, and I know we're gonna touch base on the topic that we're gonna be sharing. But like Yadi said, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Yadi, and that you also recognize that that's the type of person that I am. Is that I'm not scripted. I don't. To be honest,
I try. Believe me, I try. I write like bullet points for her and everything, and she like.
It's not because I don't want to follow direction. It's none of that. It's that everything is in here.
It comes from the heart.
And you just,
Yeah.
Anyway, so before getting into this call, I come to the kitchen and I tell my husband, babe, what are we going to talk? Do we have the points that we...
No, I said, you do what you do. Talk to the mind, talk to the heart. Okay. Whoever wants to hear how to do it, strategy, will listen to me later. So that's how we're going to break it down. We're going to break down our parts. She's going to talk to you here and here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give you the how to.
Right. We are totally different breed. Different breed. So you're gonna see that.
So
but
bear with us, please.
yeah, so this is how we are, this is who we are, and we're not gonna change it. This is our
I suggest
story.
I suggest that you have a pen and paper.
Yes.
Here's the reason why. Because as you're listening, there's gonna be things that from up above, what we call our Father God, He will download something in your mind.
Yes.
Okay. And as you get downloaded, that idea needs to be written.
Right.
Or that, wow, that needs to be written. Okay. So have a pen and paper and just be on the lookout for things that make you go, wow, oh, and then just write it down.
Right.
That's going to be your takeaways, and that might be a game changer for you.
Right. Yes, definitely. So moving forward, fast forward.
Forwarding.
Yeah, anyway, so moving forward, I worked at a bank for 7 years, and prior to becoming a full-time coach, I was doing this business for 2 years, working at my job, and I was doing Beachbody as a part-time, right?
Yeah, very part-time.
It was very, yeah.
It was like maybe 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day. So what I was doing is waking up early in the morning, doing my workout. That was number one, the vital behaviors. I memorized them and I always execute them. So we used to wake up early in the morning, do my workout, post in my challenge group, and post in social media, then go to work. During my lunchtime, I was eating my lunch for 10 minutes, and then next 20 minutes I was doing follow-up, phone calls, posting. I was out there. I wanted to come home. And then after getting off work, I remember, like, from work to home, I was listening to personal development. That was my only 30 minutes that I had to do it. And then coming home, taking care of Carlos if he was home, because most of the time he was out to sea for 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Sometimes, and I had to be at home with the kids. Somebody else was taking care of my children, and I was like, this is not a type of lifestyle that I want to live. So I used to come take care of them, and then, like, from 9:30, 10 to maybe like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, I was working my business. I was getting on phone calls, never missed a team call. I was always finding a way to continue growing and helping people. I was very excited. I believe in me. I believe in the system. I believe that it can change life. So the first year we made our first $11,000 doing this as a part-time. The second year, after we went to Coach Summit, I heard a testimony. That's the reason why you have to attend events. Do not neglect that. Don't negotiate that. You have to be there. It's your business. It's important to you. You got to be present. That's it. There is no negotiation. Jari doesn't have to tell you what to do. It is your business. You own it and you run with it. That's it.
Let me insert. Okay. Before we got started, remember, I was in network marketing before, right? Events are the builders of teams. If you don't see each other and you don't hug each other and you don't have that human interaction, forget about it. Your team is gonna go up and it's gonna crumble, and it's gonna go up and it's gonna crumble. You gotta have that human interaction. So if you guys are not local and you guys gotta meet as much as you can. If you gotta use the super weekends to do it and the coach summits to do it, do not negotiate not going to these events. You have to be at these events.
Right. So after going to a coach summit, I heard a testimony of a wife who was a military wife. And I was like, that's my story. If she's doing it, we can do it. And I came back that year and I told Carlos, I was like, you know what? I want to do this 100%. And
I was not in it.
No.
I was not into that because to me, the attractive factor was doing it part-time. And at the same time, it wasn't enough money to just leave the job. I don't recommend that to anybody. If you're making just enough, I don't recommend that you get out with just enough. So she was making around like $500 or $600 a week.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $500 or $600 a week. That's combined, team volume and commissions.
Right.
Okay.
So then after that, he was like, he wasn't into it because we were risking a secure income. And
that's all I knew.
Yeah. So then, I was like, I have to really prove my husband that I'm able to do it. So I worked and I was like, I'm going to surpass my income so that I can come home, because I really wanted to come home to be present for my kids. That was my why. So you have to have a why. And this goes along with, setting goals to hit elite, 5-star, 6-star, 7-star, 10-star, 15-star. It doesn't matter. If you are setting goals, business goals, and you don't have a why you are doing it, then everything is gonna crumble. Like you're just not gonna fight for it because your why is not clear enough. And I remember hearing Mickey and Saudi telling me, you gotta write down your why. You have to, share your why. I'm like, I don't even know why.
But why did they tell you that? That's because we were stuck at Diamond for 2 years. Stuck at Diamond for 2 years, and we never ranked Advanced or Star Diamond. We couldn't develop anyone. It was just holding Diamond and going back down to Emerald, and Diamond and going back down to Emerald. And it was because we didn't have a clear and cut why. And that is what was the difference. Once we wrote it down and she got really clear on it, and then the key, I think, it was that she shared it.
Yes.
During an event. Once she shared it publicly, she was married to that why after that.
Yeah. And this is one of the things, like, I'm going to speak to the mindset right now, and I'm going to stay short and you can interrupt me. Like, this business works. I don't have to convince you here. You know it, you see it, and if you don't see it, if you don't want to see it, it's your decision. And I'm going to be blunt with everybody. Like, I'm gonna be straightforward. If you don't believe that this can work for you, it's because you haven't defined your why. You're not clear on what kind of lifestyle you want to live later on in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And you're probably gonna say, wow, so many years, but I don't even know what I want today. And it's okay if you feel like that. Trust me, I was there too. But the sooner you define your why, the sooner you will be able to have a breakthrough in this business. Doesn't matter the position that you're in, either a coach, Emerald, Diamond, Star Diamond, you're going to have a breakthrough and you're going to become unstoppable. So what is the number one thing that you should make sure to do is to create a healthy culture in your team. Trust, dependability from each other. Like, if I can do the call, hey, Mari, can you do the call for me? Like, this is what, like, be transparent. We have gone through the hardest hardship this past month, and I was very transparent with my team. Carlos and I, we were being so transparent, and I don't care to cry in front of them. That brings everyone together. They can tell, they can see that you're human, that you are not a robot. You are a person who has feeling, who goes through different emotions, who have vision, who works hard. So be transparent, be yourself. Don't be a boss for them, be a leader. And how you are going to become a leader, don't tell them what to do. You apply that to yourself and you go do it. And stop telling people what to do. How about if you show them how to do it? That's the difference between somebody who is developing the leadership and someone who...
Did you lock the door?
I see. And someone that is just sitting there. So creating a culture, a healthy culture. Why do I mention that? Is because in 2015, after doing this business for 4 years, I was about to leave it all. I was about to like put everything behind because I was not being the leader that I wanted, that envisioned to be, because I didn't have a good communication with my team. There was a lot of gossiping. There was a lot of discord. There was a lot of things happening in the team that it was not healthy. And when you talk about somebody behind their back, it just damages everything, because everyone gets contaminated. And that happened in our team in 2015. And I got so discouraged that I wanted to leave the business. But in reality, the business was not the problem. The problem was Evie Morales. I had to work on me. I have to work on myself.
Listen, she told me, I'm quitting. I'm going to go get a job. I don't want to deal with this. For real.
Mm-hmm.
She just said, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done. And it was like around December
2015.
of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, really? What you want to do? Be a cashier at Walmart? No pun intended if somebody's here, a cashier at Walmart. But I was like, is that what you want to do? And she was like, well, I was like, okay, you're just going to go into an environment, a bunch of negative people that don't have vision in their life, people that don't have actual goals, and they're just going to be complaining all day. Is that what you want to get around? And she was like, all right.
Yeah.
And we got an email right away. But we got the email for 22-minute hardcore test group. And she accepted.
Right. And that was the sign that it was not my time to make that decision, that I was making the wrong decision, that I wanted to walk away. When things get hard, we tend to hide and we tend to walk away. You have to face it. You have to face your giants. You don't walk away from them. You tell them, what, you're here, let's fight, but I'm not giving up. Mm-hmm. So I had to learn that. And when we got that call and I said, God, this is a sign for us to keep going, we're going to do it. And I realized that I had to work on me more than the business. And that's something that I learned from Danny Johnson. Work on yourself more than what you work your business. And I didn't understand it because I just wanted to be posting, inviting, having the conversations, to interviewing people to join the challenge group, and I was not being successful. I was not being successful in the team because I couldn't have effective communication with them because of pride and telling them what to do and expecting them to make diamonds so that we can rank up. It was a mess. So with that mentality, there was no way for us to be where we are today. So we have to eat a humble pie and come to Jesus.
The entire pie. It wasn't a slice of pie. It was the entire pie.
Yeah, we lost our team.
We lost all coaches.
All coaches.
All coaches. 2015, we went to 0 coaches. All right. What held us up were the customers. So you need to have a balance in your customers, because that's the only thing that held us up.
Yeah.
I was working, but the Beachbody income didn't hit low. It just went down like 50%.
Yeah.
Because of customers. So if you don't develop customers, I'm telling you right now, develop customers.
Right. So then after that, I pray and I surrendered all. I was like, I really need to do this right. So I decided to work on me, work on my spiritual life, work on me as a person. And I started reading more, applying personal development, vital behavior number what? 3, 4, 3?
Number 3.
Number 3, right?
But our team is number 1.
It's number 1. So I started working on me and I opened up with everybody. Like I started doing live, like expose yourself. When I say expose yourself, share your story. Sometimes we just want to share the happy faces and the red lipstick. How about if you show your ugly cry, who you really are? Show your authenticity. That's what's going to really connect you with the right people who's going to help you to achieve elite in the future, this year, next year, whenever you have it written down. So be transparent, be you. So when I learned that, to really get into my real identity, by the way, I was reading a book called Identity by T.D. Jakes that really broke me down and put me back together. And I was like, that's it. So I started doing videos live.
It was a combination. It was that book. And we had a previous coaching about personalities.
Right.
And she learned what her strengths were. So if you haven't looked at what your personality is, you need to look into it. There's books like Personality Plus, and there's also the GEM System by Danny Johnson, or the Color Code. Those are the ones that we did. And she just got done with a coaching about the color code and the identity at the same time. And she was like, I realize humanly I have these strengths, but from God I have these strengths. So she put that together and said, this is all I got. And at that moment, she drew a line in the sand and said, I'm stepping into my purpose. And I don't want anyone to come into my team that does not align with what I believe in. So she stopped the facade, really.
Right.
She stopped it. She stopped being fake on social media and just being scripted and just being like all postured up. And no, she just said, they're going to love me the way I am, and I'm going to just give them who I am.
Yeah.
And I told her, then just speak to their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Go speak to those women that are like you. Speak to their heart. So we had a bunch of pearls come in, like in the first 3 months. But anyway.
Well, they're still here.
They're still here.
There are leaders. They're here.
They're still here.
They've been
and there are
faithful.
diamonds. All of them are diamonds.
All of them are diamonds. And they're faithful. And they're still here. And
Yep.
they are our new team. So that happened the beginning of 2016. From there on, I continued sharing publicly what I was doing in the kitchen. You know, if you're a health and fitness coach, you have so much that you can give. And sometimes you see yourself so limited when you have so many resources in your hands that you can use to tell somebody how to make a scrambled eggs. I'm not telling you to go cook, because not everybody likes that. But if you are in the health and fitness coach business, then there's something about mental health, emotional health, right? What have you done so far that has helped you to overcome? So that one thing that helped you to overcome, why are you not sharing that? And that's the reason why some people don't grow. In order to receive, you have to give first, expecting nothing in return. And sometimes we want it all. Give me now. What do you have for me? Give me, and sucking everybody else. But what are you giving? So you're getting back exactly what you do and what you're giving to others. So if you're getting nothing, then that's probably is a reflection of what you're not doing.
What you're giving nothing. You get nothing.
Right. So that year, 2016, because I was so open. Imagine we were like rebuilding. There was nobody. We had to rebuild.
I'm telling you, it was 0 coaches.
We had to rebuild, and then we decided at that point that he was gonna use his strength, which is teaching. That's his strength. Mine is speaking to your heart.
Hold on, because you went too fast.
That's 2006.
We still had fights. Okay, we still had arguments like crazy during this time. What made it possible is that we decided to respect each other.
Yeah.
Right, and we said, you know what? You got these strengths, and I got these strengths. Can we just stay in our lane? Right, and for the longest, she used to be on me about, hey, you've been a coach for 2 to 3 years now. Well, it was like 5-year mark there. And she's like, and you still don't have like at least some definition. And I was like, why are you so hard on me, man? If it was a woman being told that, they'd be like crying on the floor. And I was like, why are you so hard on me? But you know what? It's never been my goal to be ripped. It has never been my goal to be a fitness model. So I work out, I do the work, and I feel good, and I feel like I'm in shape. I could outwork a 20-year-old right now. But I never gone after the definition of being ripped. And she was like, well, you should be ripped. Well, that's you. You want to be ripped. So we decided, okay, you do you, I do me. We're going to do the business in our strengths. So her strengths were connecting with people, giving what she has, which she loves cooking. All right. This is why she says, don't go cooking just because she was successful when she was cooking. That was her strength. Okay. So that's what she said. I'm going to give that. I don't have anything else. All right. So just like the lady, and that's the story in the Bible that she identifies with, the lady that had only olive oil in her house, and that's all she had after her husband passed. So her husband passes, she has nothing to live off of other than olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
And this prophet comes along and says, hey, if all you got is olive oil, give me that. Let me show you how to make money. And he showed her how to make money. I'm paraphrasing the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what she identified with, that same story. And she said, what do I got? I know how to cook. I've gotten results. That's what I'm going to share. And that's what she did.
Yeah. And I decided just to go live. And I started connecting with people because I was giving them what they wanted. I was sharing my story, and I was always doing a call to action to my next challenge group. I always have a next challenge group. If you want to join today, you start when you get your challenge back. It's not like, oh, just wait there, let me put you in my list. No, you're ready? Come on, let's go. That's how it is.
We start a challenge group when they say, when does your next challenge group start? We say in about 10 days. Within 10 days. All the time. When somebody asks, I just say within 10 days.
Yeah. Give them enough time to buy, get their package within 7 days,
and
get ready,
the
and
following
start.
Monday, when you receive it, you start it.
And if you didn't write that down, then you're probably going to miss it. That's one of our keys. We always have our store open.
All the time.
What you said, Yari?
I said that's what I've been doing since I learned from you guys. They always ask me, when do you start your next challenge? In 10 days. So I figure 7 days for the package to arrive, and by the time that they get ready, 10 days is perfect timing.
Yeah. It's an ongoing support group that we have, ongoing challenge group, ongoing. And you know, we didn't want to close the door to people and wait, because here they were already, and we had a necessity.
At that time, we were like months away from going broke, actual like bankruptcy.
Yeah.
We had made so many mistakes financially, and we did not obey financial education or anything like that. And we actually we just submitted to all instruction we've ever been to, like seminars, Danny Johnson seminars, anything like that. We just became obedient to other people that have been successful and their instruction. Right. One of the reasons why most people don't succeed is because they're just disobedient. They just want to do what they want to do. But if I tell you, as a coach you look up to, do X, Y, and Z, and you want to do A, B, C, well, have at it. I'm going to give you exactly the roadmap, what helped us get there. And you say, no, you know what? I'm going to try this other thing. You're just going to struggle.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I started doing besides doing the live videos on Facebook, doing the call to action to join my team. Always give them something that they can get it as value. Because when you share publicly, be intentional. Everything you post, don't just post. Be very intentional.
Have a goal.
And think about that one person who's going to benefit from that one thing that you're going to share that day.
Okay, let me repeat that. Think about that one person, not a whole bunch of people, not a whole crowd of people. I don't care if you get 100 people on your lives. Talk to one person.
Yeah. And be intentional every time you post. Always remember that if you give first, people will be receptive to you. Because the first thing they say, the first few seconds in your life or even your post in social media, they read it and they make a decision right there. Should I listen to this person? Should I read this post? Is that picture attractive for me to read it? So you got to think about that. Think about what make you go to someone else's wall.
And what makes you stop?
And what make you...
Like the scroll, we really like easy on the thumb. But what makes you stop a scroll? Then are you putting out that same type of content?
Right.
Or does it look like it at least?
Right. So make sure that do a live video at least 4 times a week at most. And if you haven't done anything, start with 1. But there is power when people can hear you and see you. And I'm talking about social media more because I think maybe everybody here connected through social media, maybe. But people want to hear you live. They want to know if you are real, because those people are your future diamonds that are going to help your team to hit elite. So speak to that one person, give them something that is going to help them. Do a call to action at the end every time. Like, do a call to action, especially if you're building your diamond, if you're building your team, do a call to action, because you never know who is that one person that day is going to find you and is going to be like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed. Oh, what can I do to join your team? Because you did a call to action. Okay. So the other thing is, I started believing in myself, and I started believing that I was able to do it because I was able to get results and help people in the past. But even if I wouldn't help anybody in the past, I believed that I was able to help others because I was able to help me first. You can help somebody if you don't help yourself. We cannot be hypocritical here. Like, you have to give yourself the best possible so that you can give other people the same. And the other thing is believing in the product, believing in the company. What is Beachbody mission? Is to end with obesity and help people to live a fulfilled and healthy life. That's a mission statement that you have to have that memorized, because we're partners with Beachbody. We are a representation of them. When we bring people, we connect them with the system. So be proud of Shakeology. Be proud of every new product. If our partner is coming out with a product that we didn't have to create, we didn't have to use thousands of dollars to bring it out. So we're going to align ourselves with our partners.
We're going crazy with this pumpkin spice right now. I'm telling you.
Yes.
The team is like going nuts.
Yes. So everything that Beachbody does, believe them. They know what they're doing. They've been longer enough in this business, more than you and I. And there's millions or thousands of testimony. Carl Daikeler know what he's doing. That's why he's
You don't
in this
get
business.
to $1 billion not knowing what you're doing.
So yeah, so believing in the product is good. It's good quality. If you show yourself doubting about the price of Shakeology, your team is going to do the same thing. The people that follow you is going to do the same thing.
I actually think Shakeology is cheap.
Very much.
And it's because we know what the process is to make Shakeology. We've been to Utah. We've been to the process, whatever it is that they do. And they showed us, here's the facilities. I was like, what? This thing is cheap.
Yeah.
They've actually like discounted Shakeology.
Mm-hmm. So, believing in what you have is like, you are the product of the product. So that's number one. You got to believe in yourself, and believing in the product is like having a shoe store. You're going to sell something that you believe that it will be comfortable for somebody. It is the same thing with our business. The exception that, thank God, we don't have to buy thousands of dollars in products and have it in the garage and then resell it. We don't have to do that. They do that for us. So right there, we are winning. We only have to pay $15.95 every month to have our online system. A system that costs thousands of dollars to keep it up and update it.
Believe me, we got another business and it costs more money than $15 a month.
Yes. Then your investment, the Shakeology, which you pay it back, you get that money back when you help people. So it's believing in that, because that's exactly what you're going to show in the people that are in your team. So the other thing is believing in the business, what this business can do for you. And that's where I want you to connect with your why. If you don't have a clear why, then you won't work the business with enthusiasm that you need to have, because you're so much looking forward 1 year from now where you're going to be. Write yourself a letter to your future you. I did that the other day. He told me, write to the woman in the next 10 years. And I had to do that. And
that's a concept that it'll blow your mind, actually, if you really like start thinking about it. What if your yourself, like your version right now, 5 years ago, would have sent you a letter, would have wrote a letter to you, what would she say?
Mm-hmm.
Because where you are today is a product of all decisions you made, right? So if you right now make a letter to yourself, let's say 5 years from now, and you start thinking about it, you go, all right, where do I want to live? Where do I want to be? Like, where do I want my family to be? How do I want my family to gather? What kind of car I want to drive?
Who do I want to travel with?
Where do I want
kind of friends?
Exactly. What kind of friends do I want to be surrounded around with? You know, who do I want to spend time with? So when you design that 5 years from now, I guarantee you that the decisions you make on a daily basis are not going to be stupid ones. Because guess what? Your future self is going to be like, idiot, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're getting in this debt? No, that's not our goal. Our goal is to be at the beach with this and that, and you're not doing what you're supposed to. So when you start thinking about your real why, about yourself, because you've got to be selfish on this exercise, just think about yourself and have a better relationship with your future self as your best friend. Guess what? You're going to be really watching what's going to go in your mouth, how you speak to people, how you get along with people. Do you show up every day? Are you working your business the way you're supposed to be? It just totally changes the way you think about what you do every day.
Totally. So it's just taking that ownership and that responsibility of yourself for where you want to be in the next year or the next 3 months before the year ends, because you still have time to hit elite or get yourself prepared for that, you know? And here's the thing. Once we realize that in order for us to bring a team together, we have to come together. And you're probably gonna say, well, my husband is not part of this. Well, then you're gonna have to come together with yourself and with your leader to run the same race. Because what kills a team is everybody running like a chicken head cut off, going different directions.
Chicken with their head cut off.
Eso mismo. I don't know. They know. My English is not very good looking right now, but you know, it's like everybody running their own race. I'm like, and we tell the team like, listen, this is a goal and this is what we're heading. But in order for you to get to that position of being able to speak to your team like that, first of all, you have to be transparent. You have to be human with them. Don't force them to fulfill your goals. You got to work for you, for your goals. Don't impose your goals on them. Let them define, help them define what they want, and just watch them do it. Give them a little task. One task. There is a coach. I'm talking to mindset right now, but this is a big part of your business, mindset. Because if you're thinking about, oh man, my coach Anita should be here listening to this, or Robertico should be here listening to this. No, you're the one who gotta listen to this, because this is for you. They are you. Hi, Robert. Ay, mira, yo dije Robertico. Oh.
Yeah. You talking about me?
He heard you. He's like, Robertico should be here. I'm like, show up.
All right, sit tight. Sit tight then.
But you know, it's like, if you're thinking about that, these people gotta be on this call. No, you're the one who have to be on this call, because I want you to walk out of here with so much empowerment that tomorrow you'll be like, hey team, what are we doing? Show some love, some tough love. Tell them where you're heading. See who's playing with you, and then you run with them, even if it's only one person. Because you're gonna find out that not everybody's gonna get in the train with you, and it's okay. So when you come to that point, you're gonna be at peace, you're gonna be whole, you're gonna be more proactive, and you're gonna become more productive. Why? Because you are running your race, showing them how to run their own race towards the same direction. Because, and this is what I mentioned. Give them one task. One task.
If you're gonna work with someone that says, I want to work the business, assign that person one task.
One task.
When that person finishes that task, comes back to you, give them another one.
Right.
But don't give them a bunch of things to do because you just get overwhelmed.
Right. And the reason we say one task is because sometimes we get disappointed when they don't do what we tell them to do because it's going to help them. Or probably you putting your energy in the wrong people.
And they don't run like you. If you're like a type A personality like me, I wanna like do a lot of things and not even go to sleep. They're not like you. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have to embrace that there are people that cannot handle so many tasks.
Mm-hmm. So here's my 3 points that that you can take.
Oh, you haven't even started point number 1?
Espérate. Okay. No, I'm gonna tell them what took us to Elite in 2016. After we came back.
Oh.
Okay, because that was our rough beginnings. Again, we're really building this business for the past 4 years, honestly.
Really?
Really?
Really, yeah.
For the past 4 years.
For the past three some years is when we actually understood how to run this business.
Right. So we just like new coaches like you, but a little bit
We're just getting started right now.
Yeah. So what I did immediately, I showed them how to make Success Club by me making Success Club every month and introducing those people who join the team every month.
Now, not only does she make Success Club every month, her goal is to make Success Club before the 10th of the
every
month.
Yeah. So I share my goals and I show them that I did it and show them how I did it.
You know why? Because a third of your team is going to do what you do.
Right.
And then you're going to have them, they're going to like put in a third of the effort. So if you do it by the 10th, you're going to have the rest of the month for them to be like, damn, my coach did it. I can't just stay behind. I'm going to do something. I'm going to help somebody.
Right. So then those that were watching me, I was like, give me transformation. Let me recognize you. Give you credibility.
Repeat that again.
Give me a transformation. Let me recognize you to give you credibility. And that started helping them to get exposed because they didn't know how to do it. They were a little bit shy. And that really it's like rompió el hielo.
Yeah, it breaks the ice and it gives you more credibility as a leader.
Right.
Because as a coach, you show results from somebody. But when you actually do recognition and you do it with heart and you do it with a little bit of background story to it and all that, now you actually look like the leader.
Right.
But if you don't do recognition correctly and you just put a picture, hey, congratulations, it's like, okay.
Right. And that tagging that person to show on their Facebook, then their people will come to this person and want them to join. That's how has been since 2016. So what happened there, they start helping their first client or coach.
And look at the compound effect. We're among the top 10 of submissions of transformations in the company. Why? Because we always ask for a transformation from everyone. And we don't only ask, we tell them submit first and then give it to us.
Right. And that give you the opportunity to do what I just mentioned. Give them credibility, you get credibility as a leader, and also it helps them to connect with their own people. And then they come back and they say, Coach, somebody wrote me a message and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to sign them up. That's how they come.
Come now.
Okay, don't worry about it. We're going to make it happen.
Here's how to stand a car. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And you help them how to help the first person and start getting those points. That's how your elite points are going to start. Right there. right there. And then if they were able to help one, they can help another one. And they can help a third one.
It's baby steps.
That how you get to elite.
Is that simple? But it sounds like what? No,
Yeah.
it can't be. Elite has to be more complicated. It really isn't.
Yeah.
It's just help people get results. And then once they get started, help them help others.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. And keep duplicating that.
That's it. Just duplicate that same process per person in your team.
Yeah.
And you're going to get to elite. And you'll hit elite with your eyes closed.
Yeah. And that one person that was able to help that one, next month, maybe they didn't help they weren't able to help 3 people, but next month they feel more confident that I can really help 2 more, so I can end up with Success Club, because now they see you recognizing those who make Success Club. And then what happened? They continue duplicating that, and they become emeralds, and they become diamonds. And then guess what happened? Your team start hitting star diamond 1, star diamond 2, 3, and
rank advancement becomes organic instead of a push.
Right.
All right. We learned that early that pushing towards a rank was just don't do it.
It doesn't work for our.
Whenever you hear, hey, let's do a push for this, we're not participating, because we want it to be organic. We want it to be that the person that is running for diamond has their own why, and we're not pushing our why on them. So what we've been able to achieve has been solely on people going after their dreams. And once you have that kind of rhythm in your team, you're going to see an automatic locomotive type of movement that you cannot stop. Volume will keep increasing. People keep getting added to the team organically. But that has to do with your small steps to hold people by the hand within the first 30 days and helping them get results and help one person. I am telling you, that is the key to just being successful in this business. You got to be patient. Not everyone is going to be willing to do it. I told you, 1/3 engages. All right. So if you got 10 people, maybe 2 to 3 will actually pay attention to what you say.
Trust me.
It's 1/3. I'm telling you, sometimes it's less.
Yeah.
So are you done with your side? Or that's the first hour. Now the second hour, no.
We cannot be invited to.
Because I'm telling you,
like
we'll give you a 3 to 4 hour seminar here.
You gotta see.
You guys ready? You ready till 1 a.m.? All right.
You gotta see. You have to see our team call.
The team calls like
we do the call and we stop the recording and they're still there. They don't want anything.
Yeah. What we do, like if you see the recordings on YouTube or our team call, it's just like about an hour, but they're really like 2 to 3 hours. They
don't want to go. They stay there, and then we just keep talking and keep sharing. And I'm like, okay, it's like 11:30, almost 12. We gotta go.
And that's what we're talking about. Builds culture. Okay, that's why team calls, you can't miss them, because it's the only time you get to see each other's faces and see how it is. You get to see Christina's fur baby back there, you know. So it's like you stand. So all that kind of stuff. But if you don't connect, you're never gonna know that. You're never gonna know Christina had a fur baby.
Yeah.
How you gonna know that?
Okay, you go.
Okay.
But you get what
I'm gonna go, but she's gonna interject.
You get the simplicity that I just share. And your coach, Jari, I always remember Jari. I mean, I like simplicity.
I want
simplicity.
I don't want it complicated.
Simplicity is better. I'm like, okay, Jari, simplicity. And now I'm like, let's make life simple now.
Yeah.
So it's just in the simple things is where you get the biggest results.
Tell me if she don't know Yari. Look.
Oh, the red?
The red, the black. Look.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mira el otro, mira.
Ay.
That don't know. was my first success partner in this business.
Yeah.
We were success partners when we first started. We
Yep.
had such we have almost the same story, you know, life story. We were in banking. We were both raised, you know, with a single mom. We have so many things in common, and to be honest with you, for me, it was like such an honor and pleasure to be her success partner, because that's how I started. That's how I took off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you see, I have another fur baby right here too. It seems like the fur babies, they wanted.
Oh my goodness, qué grande.
Oh yeah. Hey, Sparkle, stop. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the topic I want to touch, and my style is strict, like my style is down the line, okay?
Cut through.
And my tonality is not the greatest, so bear with me.
But it's good. Everything
So listen,
there.
dame un espacio ahí que estoy tocando.
Ah, pues te quieres venir ahora.
Sí, dame algo aquí, un espacio.
Dale.
So, I want you to get into the mindset, okay, of what a major league team is, all right? I'm gonna tell you the background of it. A major league team in baseball, okay, because I like baseball. Dominicano, hello, we're gonna like baseball. So, in baseball, there are major league teams, there are minor league teams. And the minor leagues is just a farm system where they pick the talent to go to the major leagues, to make it to the big show and get paid the millions of dollars. Now, what I want you to think, is this team a minor league team or a major league team? And what are you a part of right now? Now, you have the ability to take this team to the major league team if you believe it's still not major. And this is what I told our team, okay, before we got to elite. A major league team in Beachbody is an elite team, because an elite team gets like plastered all over the place. Elites, like when you go to Coach Summit or you get recognition for teams, when they actually plaster your team name out there, is when you hit elite. Before that, it's like, hi, Yadi. Hey, Carolina. Not your team. It's like people don't really recognize the team name. But once you hit elite, your team name is on the map. So I want you to start thinking right now, what do I got to do as a team member to get this team recognized as a major league team? And also, do I want to be part of that? Because you got to be honest with yourself. There are coaches that don't really want the accolades, don't really want the recognition. They just want to be coaches. And just some of you, maybe in the call or listening to the recording, going, you know what? That's not something that I want. And that's okay. If you just want to be here for the discount, that's okay. If you just want to be here to just be part of the crew when we meet up, sometimes it's Super Saturdays, Super Sundays, or whatever, that's okay too. Nobody is left out. But there are going to be bench warmers. There's going to be star players. All right? And I want you to start thinking as a leader, as people come into your team, identify those that have the hunger to be in the star team. Okay? So have honest, belly to belly kind of talks with people and seeing where they're at and seeing what kind of goals do they have set up for themselves. Do they have a vision for their life? You're going to see if you have a player or not. All right? And there's going to be people that are just going to be on the sidelines. They just, hit the bleachers. Hit the bleachers, and it's okay. Because we're going to need cheerleaders. We're going to need people that are not in the game, but they're part of the team. All right? You got the fans. You got the people that come and see you. There's going to be people in the team that just watching you, and that's it. And they get amazed by your discipline that you get in every day, and you do your workout every day. You show up to social media every day, and they look at you like, wow, I can't believe the discipline this woman has. So don't feel bad if you're not the one participating, but if you think you got what it takes to be part of the major league team, then do so. Talk to your coach and be like, you know what? I really understood what Carlos meant by being a major league team. I want to be part of the starting lineup. Or, you know what? I'm not quite there, so I'm going to watch. But your leader needs to know, am I a player or not? Okay. And you, if you're trying to build a team, then you need to be like, okay, if I'm going to be a leader if I'm going to be a diamond coach, I'm going to be leading people. So what do I got to do? I got to start thinking, do they have goals and visions? And do they have a vision for themselves? Have I even had the talk with my coaches? Because sometimes we just want to offer, hey, you want to become a coach? And you haven't even spoke to them about what's going on in their house. You don't even know if they get along with their husband. You don't know whatever's going on in their life. So taking the time to have the conversation with people is going to go a long way to understand if you have the starting lineup, if you have the bench warmers, if you have the people who are going to be on the sidelines cheering you, or the ones at the bleachers just applauding every time you get up and show up to your business. So I want you to think of this: culture. And she spoke about it. Culture. Think about a bonfire, right? All these bonfires that we make at the beach, right? And when we're there as a team, everybody wants to be around it, but you're not going to get ousted just because you're not the one participating in roasting the marshmallows. You could still be around the bonfire. So if someone doesn't have a vision for themselves to go at it yet, it's okay. I need you to be okay with team members that don't go as hard as you. And if you attract people into your team that do the same thing, it's okay. Let them be. But you never know when they'll turn on. We've had coaches that have been in the team for 2 years and now they're turning on. Because we let them around the bonfire and then we let them sit in the bleachers and just applaud and watch us go. And now they're like, forget it, man. I want to be part of the starting lineup.
And there will be coaches that they will just leave and then they come back, welcome them back.
That's it.
That's it.
They want to go leave the stadium and come back. Let them be.
Let them be.
Let them be.
Let conviction bring them back and fight for their dreams.
Yeah. So I want you to embrace the opportunity you got in your hands right now. Beachbody has truly changed our lives. I'm telling you, totally. The normal route for a veteran, somebody that retires out of the military, is to go get a federal job. I did not want that. I did not want to be in a cubicle. No pun intended, anybody that works in a cubicle right now.
Say it so they can get uncomfortable.
I'm just saying. Some people get offended, okay? But anyway, I did not want that. So I was like, well, you know what? I got to do something, because since my wife was able to get out of the banking business, I got to do something about my salary. And we had to replace at that time like around $75,000. That was my salary. And I was like, you know what? We got to work hard. So we started working towards Elite. And once we worked towards Elite, I heard a call from Amy Silverman. She said, always aim for Elite. I don't care if you're a brand new coach right now. If you don't know what Elite is, you're not here to work the business. You're here to just be in a summer camp or something. So I was like, dang, right there. That's it. My mindset is on Elite. So what I do, I said, okay, what does it take to go Elite? So I started looking in, and then I came and told her, and she was like, that's it? Really? I was like, yeah, that's it. We make Success Club, and our coaches make Success Club, and you're Elite.
That's it.
What? That's simple? That's simple. So what do you got to do? You got to set some goals. You can't start the month without a goal. You can't start your week without a goal. You can't start your day without a goal. So if right now is game time, like that's it. This is the time where it's like the fourth quarter. You right now are in the last 4 months of the year, 4 months of the year. This is it. This is where you define, okay, what am I going to do and how am I going to receive 2020? Am I going to receive 2020 waiting for it to come, or am I going to go run right into it? So you got to think, okay, I got to have a goal for September, October, November, and December. Set those goals. They could be monetary goals. They could be structure, like I want to be an emerald coach, I want to be a diamond coach, rank goals. They could be just simply where do you want to bring the team to? Because it doesn't have to be about you, right? So where do we want the team to go at the end of the year? What is in play? Because if you understand this major league team that I'm talking about, elite, you'll understand where your immediate leader is and where that leader's leader is, and you'll understand where everybody else are like, oh, so I play a role. Yeah, you play a role. Everybody plays a role in an elite team. I don't care if you're a brand new coach. Everybody does. So you got to understand what your role is, but you got to have goals for yourself, right? So a vision pulls you. Motivation in the morning, when you hear something, you see a motivation call, that pushes you a little bit. But your vision is what pulls you. Your vision is what gets you up in the morning, and everything that you got to do. Nobody got to tell you to get up. Nobody got to tell you to show up. Nobody got to tell you anything, because like my wife said, you got a clear why and vision where you want to be. So you got to get that defined right now, where you want to be, what is your role, and really embrace this opportunity. Our life has totally changed. Totally changed. We were calculating our and we're transparent people. We're transparent with our income. I don't care. We don't have this taboo like in the corporate world when somebody's like, oh, you make $15.95 an hour? Oh, I only make 14. And people are like, it's taboo to talk about salaries. Over here, I want to talk about what we earn so I can inspire you the possibility of where you can be. Okay. And like the disclaimer says, Beachbody don't guarantee no level of success. It is totally up to you how much you put into it and your aptitude to it. Okay. So you got a guayaduca. So when you have goals and you work together on if you're working on yourself, but you got to have a goal to reach. We were looking at our income, and we always like measure like where we are in the year, right? So my goal, so that we know that the business is booming, at the 7th month mark, we need to be at 6 figures. We cannot be below that, or else we're declining. So as soon as we finish July, I was like, ooh, we're at 98. This is not working. So we turned it on in August. I mean, we turned it on in August. And we were like, no, that's it. We got to turn this on. So I saw a small shift, and we just made an adjustment. Right now, do you even know where your earnings are? Do you know where your structure is? Like, do you even know how you're really tracking what you're doing? If you are, then where are your weaknesses? Because only by tracking, you can tell where you're weak at. If you don't know where you're weak at right now, you're full of yourself. There's always a weakness. There's always something you can get better at. So if you're right now saying, no, I'm doing everything, yeah. No, you're failing somewhere. I guarantee it. So you got to start thinking about that. And as you set goals, track. Please do track. And teach that to other coaches. As they enter the business, they're going to do what they see everybody else doing. And if they see everybody running around, like my wife said, with the head cut off like a chicken, right? They're going to follow that behavior. They're not going to follow the organized, head on, vision ahead of us, major league elite team thinking. If everybody's just pulling their own way, we're never going to have unity. We're never going to have culture. So what we do right now sets the culture for those that start coming in. And it just gets easier and easier for those new coaches coming in, because the culture is going to just take them in. And as soon as they see a recognition, they're like, oh, am I supposed to like help people? Okay. Oh, am I supposed to be like Hidden Success Club? Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be rank advancing? Oh, okay. But unless that culture is set, ain't nothing going to happen. And it takes every single one of you to make this happen. It cannot be on one person's shoulder. It needs to be everybody leaning on each other as a team. And that is how you become a major league team.
And always remember that the position that you are in right now and that you're running with your leader, you will be the next leader running with the same kind of people with you. So never ever think, oh, my leader wants me to do this for their benefit.
You're going to be in the same shoes.
Don't step on that sprout, because you will be there at one point, and you're going to understand that pain, and you're going to understand, no, she didn't want me to do this for her. It was actually for me. Now these people don't want to listen to me. They don't want to do this. Why? Because that's why you're reaping right now.
Yeah. So
always remember that a leader wants the best for their people. Mm-hmm. And we cannot be ¿cómo se dice? Céntrico, egocéntrico.
Just
selfish.
Just selfish.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that comes up to mind right now is you can have an opinion about where others may be, and this person is at a better level than me, or that, like comparing yourself to somebody. That is the worst thing you can ever do, ever. Okay. And if you never have a good relationship with people in leadership, you will never be in leadership. I'm going to repeat that again. If you have a problem with people in leadership, you will never be in leadership. Why? Because you've got to be a very good follower in order to be a good leader. I'm telling you, 21 years of experience in the military. I got smacked many times for not following. And when I learned to follow is when I ranked advanced like crazy.
And think about this. How do you feel when a coach follows the one task that you gave them? How does that make you feel? And how do you feel when a coach tells you, well, coach, you're not making successful, show me how to do it. And you spend an hour or two explaining, listening to them, and then they don't do crap. Just think about that, and think about your leader.
Yeah.
That's probably how they feel. Mm-hmm. The same. So if you want to be successful in this business, just make sure that you're running where the vision is for that team.
Yeah. Right now, the major league team to be is Team Magnet, right? So I understand, let's say Awadi has her name for her team, and like Carolina has her name for her team. Right now is all Team Magnet. And until that team gets out there, you're going to get credibility as a leader within that team. Then you can start running for your own team and build your major league team.
And that's exactly what we teach in our team.
That's what we teach. And that's how we got an elite coach, and we got possible other elite coming up.
Right.
Because we taught them, you're part of 413 Global. I don't care if I know you got this, fitness that, and all of that. You're not a major league team. You wear the 413 Global logo. Why? Because you got to learn to follow first. So right now, everybody should be wearing and rocking Team Magnet. Once you get to elite and you individually want to build your own team to elite, that's when you get to rock yours.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's just, if you don't understand that, I'm telling you, you're just not understanding what the order is in leadership. You got to learn to honor your leaders. And once you honor your leaders, your people will honor you, because they're going to do what you do, not what you tell them.
Yeah.
They do what you're doing. They're listening to what you're doing, not what you're telling them.
And also your coaches, they're also watching you. So if you have a big page, which I believe
A team page.
Team Magnet tiene una, you do have one, and all the coaches from Team Magnet.
Everybody
should be in there. I suggest, this is something that we did a couple of years ago, but then we activated that page. Carlos was like, okay, if we have coaches who cancel their accounts or clients who are not active, let's get them into this solo fitness group that we have.
So we just created a 413 Global Solo Fitness.
Solo fitness. You want to be solo?
You want to be solo? There it is. So we just gave them a group where they can come and post if they're just gonna be on Beachbody On Demand. I just don't want them to leave. You never know.
Yeah, you want them to be part of the community. And trust me, it took me like a minute
to understand the vision.
Yeah, because I was like, they don't want me, so why should I be there? You know.
She was just taking them out of the challenge groups and
the ego, you know, like.
Nah. And I was like, no, let's just keep them in one group, and everybody's just gonna be a big old happy family posting their workouts.
And that is activating those people, because we got into an agreement with the leaders in our team, the diamonds. We said, this is what we're gonna do. Bring your own people into that group. Even those who cancel, bring them there. Everybody, the just leaders, we're going to fire up again that group, and everybody's gonna participate. That group is growing.
Is active.
And that is the group where we're pulling so many transformations, because that's where everything starts.
Transformation Tuesday is crazy.
It's crazy. Crazy. So people share, and then we have the opportunity to ask for permission. Can I share your transformation? And then we do that one simple basic thing I share at the beginning. Yeah. That's where we get it.
There's a bunch of people we don't even know. We're like, who's this person?
And they're clients of our coaches.
They're just clients of clients and clients of clients. Like I said, have that balance.
Yeah, make them part of that ecosystem.
Yeah, like I said, the culture. Don't kick anybody out. Keep them in. Because even if they're paying for Beachbody On Demand, you still get in commission.
And you have to think about longevity.
Yep.
Because to be an elite team, you also need them to purchase, you know, like they're going to be making purchases. They're going to be becoming coaches, or they're going to activate, and they're going to bring the volume, and you're going to need so many coaches active in your downline.
You better believe that every launch, we're posting on there. Every launch. And those people that are not coaches, they're not active, but are launch, there's some magic about it. They just buy. So it's just a little tip for you to never kick out anybody just because they come off Autoship. Okay, you got a challenge tracker group. You give them a couple of chances. That doesn't work. Put them in a team like Team Magnet Solo or something. And just throw them all in there. And then all the leaders and emeralds and diamonds, just put all your people in there that just don't want to participate fully in a challenge group. Then just put them in there. Everybody got different timings. They got different things going on in their life. Some people, oh man, my dog died and I'm no longer doing this. Or, oh, I gotta fix my porch. I'm no longer doing this. So they'll come up with all these different excuses to not do this, but don't take them out. Just put them in a bigger group.
Yeah.
And that group is huge. That group is like 700 plus.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not gonna assume, but in case if whoever's listening to this call later on, like, but give me the secret to get to elite. We are telling you.
The secret is team, right? Team, culture, and teach people one by one how to help somebody. So they got to have results to help somebody else so they can have the credibility to help somebody else. They're not going to believe in themselves unless they have the results. So you as a coach, your prime responsibility is to help that person you just brought in get results.
That is the number one focus that you
That
should
is your
have.
job as a coach. And if you can't provide that to people, then you're just failing miserably. And you got to work on that. Why? You got to work on yourself. And that's what we say, work on yourself harder than you do your business. And then your business is just going to thrive.
And what's going to give you legality and authority is you showing up every single day to that challenge group. And if something happened to you, be open and tell them, look, I can't even do this. I ate very bad during the week. Your coach is like, you know, I did that too, so I know how you feel. So keep it real. Mm-hmm. So show up every single day in your challenge group, because let me tell you something. When you give them the instructions of what to do when they join your challenge group and what they have to follow, and you are giving 100% every single day, and they not doing that, you have authority to come to that group and give them like a 3-minute video speaking to their mind. Because they need to have a breakthrough. It's mental health issues that we're dealing with. It's nothing else.
Most of the time, it's all mental.
It's all mental. So you got to speak to their heart. You got to speak to their spirit. You got to speak to their mind so that they show up.
And how can you do that when you don't have authority to speak about it?
Right.
Because you're not filling yourself with what's required for that. So if you're not filling yourself, you can't pour on somebody else. So that's why personal development and spiritual development are huge. Because emotionally, you got to help people to break through some issues. That's why you got to work on yourself and work on yourself and work on yourself. Fill your cup in order for you to pour in somebody else. Yeah. It is not right for you to try to pour on people and you're empty.
Yeah.
You're just going to give them a bag of nothing.
And that right there, you do have to be very selfish. Yeah. You come first.
Yep.
And you have to take care of yourself. And here's the thing. I know we got to go, but here's the thing. The other morning, Monday, I was doing my workout. And this past weekend, I was bad. I ate a lot of sugar, a lot of stuff.
I made a cake and she ate it.
Yeah, it was really good. And then I ate the popsicle.
I told you, I ain't got no six-pack.
No, he can bake. So he makes, he made the cake and I ate the cake and I felt that on Monday. And I told everybody, I'm like, man, I did so bad during the week and I feel this way. But while I was doing my workout, what came to my mind, it was like, how much did I read over the weekend? 0. Monday came, I didn't have much to give.
Like blank.
Then I was like, this is what happened when they don't do personal development. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to do. I don't know what, because you're not feeding yourself and you come first. And then I couldn't give 100% to my workout. I felt like crap. I'm like, because I didn't do the right thing. So I can give 100% to myself right now. So therefore, I cannot even like show my cuadritos right here, showing. Why? Because I did bad. And that's exactly what happened with a lot of our people that we help. They don't get into the habit. It's a process, and everybody has to make an effort. Like you do your part, they do your part, but you always keep being the example. And I want to show you this before we go. This was me, August 13, 2015, at 11:16 p.m.
And she was
going through my worst
nightmare.
Everything.
Everybody started leaving.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
And I had the ugliest cry in that apartment, in that little office that we had. And that day, before I went to bed, it was 11:16 p.m. Before I went to bed, I just got up out of that chair, put out my phone, and I took a selfie with determination. that we were gonna be an elite team, 5-star diamond. And we always talk about vision and put it where you can see it. So at that point, what I could do is just take a picture of myself so that I can have it on my phone. But not only that, I share it in the team. That's when really everybody left. We're not gonna do that.
They really left.
That's when they really left.
That's when they were like, oh, we're not going to be part of that. And they left.
But I didn't care. I share it anyway. And I say, I'm going to become that.
So after the ugly cry, she made this little thing. Elite 5-star diamond. And she just put it up. Okay. And I saw it. I was like, we got like no diamonds. And she's like, no, this is what we're going to be, blah, 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 for next summit, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're going to do. So I knew we were going to have to go through a big process. And we just stuck with it. And by summit, we were a 5-star team. And we were, I think, elite qualifying by summit. 2016. We didn't even start the year thinking about being in the top 10, and we were number 11. It was crazy. But it's because we put our head down and said 2020 is not going to catch us off. 2016 is not going to catch us off guard. So we worked that fall like crazy. We worked that fall. It was just crazy. So what do we have as a custom in our team now? September is our December. October is our new year. So we treat October as January. And we work our asses off.
While everybody is partying.
Everybody's going to parties and Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas parties and all. We are rocking it. Okay? We made $48,000 in 4 months. We were like, what? Let's go. But everybody was sleeping. Then 2017 came in, bam, finished 12 in the company. We just killed it. Why? Because we understand the cycle. And right now, what's our team doing? Woo, we're like ants right now, working. Everybody's working. The smallest coach, the brand new coach. So I suggest that you put a plan together and rock these last 4 months of the year, because your 2020 is going to be amazing.
Take it like this. Vision 2020.
Sí, por los lentes que tiene.
Sí, así es.
Vision 2020.
Vision 2020.
I love it. I really do. Vision 2020. And that's what I'm writing. Vision 2020. We will make September to remember. October, November, December, the metal to the pedal, right? We hit the metal to the pedal. And my team know that I don't stop, no matter what. No matter what, I will show up. Even if one person shows up to my team quote, I will still show up thinking that I have 5,000 people as an audience. Guys, this call, I knew it was going to be fire. I knew it was going to be something, because we're always working towards reinvention, right? We're reinventing ourselves all the time. It's reinvention time, always willing to grow and learn. And you hit one point, Ivy, about being genuine and real, right? Because there's nothing better than being you. Because if you want to fake someone that you're not, people are not going to connect with you. And that is so true. Now I feel, with my team, because you become a family, right? When you have a team, that's why I will never forget the post that Ivy posted, which I stole. And I am guilty. I stole your post because I loved it so much. It hit home run when you mentioned that all you need to run this business is 5 to 10 crazy people like you that believe in the vision, that they have no excuses but to run and just achieve their dreams, have the life that they always desire. And that's what I've been telling my team every time we do power hours. I said, ladies, I love quality versus quantity. Okay, I am not going to be allowing people to drain my energy, because I am not going to get sick for no one, and I believe in the vision. That's why I partner up with Carl Deichler, because that man is a man of vision, right? And I believe in what they do. And I want to attract the people, my tribe. I cannot attract everybody, because not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to be you're not going to be the cup of tea for everybody, right? And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I know that those 5 to 10 crazy people are going to run with me, and they're going to do whatever it takes. They're going to take the WIT vitamin, which I said I should invent the WIT vitamin, which is the whatever it takes vitamin, right? Like whatever it takes attitude, because I know myself. I know that this platform has given me purpose, something that I never had before when I was working at banking. As an executive assistant, I was working for an amazing boss, which he is one of my mentors now, but making presentations for him didn't give me purpose. Changing lives has given me so much purpose, knowing that my coaches have joined me and they're not the same person, it brings me purpose. So I knew this call was going to bring so much more than I expected, guys. Like seriously, I took a lot of notes. Another thing that it was like my highlight when you mentioned Ivy. Give me a transformation. Let me recognize you to give you credibility. It is so true. It is so true, because when I recognize one of my leaders for either losing 50 pounds or either helping one person, that's a recognition that we should not just take it for granted. You change one person's life, that's huge, right? That's why, that is why it's one of our vital behaviors, And let me tell you, Prophet, the major league and the minor league, wow, like I see elite now in a different way, like who does not want to be part of the major league? I don't want to be part of the minor league sitting on the benches watching from the sidelines. I want to be in the game, because champions are in the game no matter what. They fall, they trip, they get hurt, but they keep going no matter what. And that's the attitude that I have had. And with or without team, I continue no matter what, because you know what? There's a purpose. There's purpose. And there's a mission, and there's a vision, and I'm grateful for these ladies that are here. I'm so grateful that they make the time to be in it, to win it. I'm grateful for anything that they do, and they know that. Every single day I tell them how grateful I am, because gratitude takes you a long way, like it gets you far. And like you said, never exclude anybody, because not everybody's timing is the same. And it is so true. I never, ever, unless, and that's one thing my team knows, unless you are disloyal and you spoke behind my back, you're out. That's when you're out, and I don't care who you are. But if because life happens and you just fell off the wagon and you just stop drinking Shakeology, you stop doing workout, I'm not going to kick you out of my team, because it's just life happens, right? But I never, ever take anyone out of my group because life happens. Only when they're disloyal. That's my only rule. You're not loyal, you're out. I don't care who you are, right? And definitely we're gonna hit home run. We're gonna hit up. Now we're gonna talk in baseball terms, and I love that, because I love sports. So I love that. Major league, we're gonna be star players, not bench warmers, right? And vision is what pulls you. You see, Prophet, I took notes, okay? I took notes. I'm a good student. I like to take notes, right? So another thing that I saw here is like, if you have a problem with people in leadership, you will never be a good leader. And that is so true. You gotta honor the leaders. I have so much respect to leaders in this company, you know, and I always tell my team, if you are the smartest person in your circle, it's not a good thing, because there's no room for growth. Every time I see myself that I'm like, okay, this circle right here is not pushing me to step out of my comfort zone. It's just settling in. You need to get out. I always look up to people that are better than me, that know more than me, because they just push me to be better. So it's important, the people that you surround yourself with. Guys, thank you so much for this call. Seriously, I learned, and I'm taking so much out of this call, which I will apply, because it's important, right, to learn, write, and apply.
Yes.
Definitely. Thank you for having us. And
thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you, and you're gonna see Team Magnet is gonna be on the map.
Oh yeah, we know that.
No doubt.
Yes.
No.
Thank you so much, guys. And you know, today, wow, 10:20, but it doesn't feel like I can still go on and on and on. But thank you. Have a great night, and I'll see you all on the field.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.